Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's another beautiful day. Although I woke up and there was so much fog, I couldn't see the end of my driveway. But that quickly dissipated and was gone, and the sun is shining and it's bright and it's warm and it's very lovely. But today I have a few things that I need to do. One of them is I need to dehydrate my bananas because, yeah, they're going to get too ripe if I don't. And the other thing is that, as most of you know, if you're familiar with my channel, I make dinner in the morning because my husband works all night, so he eats dinner like at 10:30 in the morning. And I made him another, what I called my cheating cheesecake, and I can put that video, link that video at the end of this if you're interested in that recipe. But I had some strawberries that I really needed to get used up, and they were to the point where they really weren't good to eat individually. They were just at that in-between stage where they were a little overripe. And so I thought, on top of my cheesecake, that I would make a strawberry sauce. And I had just enough strawberries. Anyways, let's do that. So the recipe calls for a half a cup of honey, a quarter cup of lemon juice, and 1 cup of diced strawberries. And this is just a very nice alternative from the canned pie filling fruits. That's what I usually buy to put on my cheating cheesecake. So what we're going to do is warm up our honey over low heat, it says, stirring to help thin out the honey. We're not trying to cook the honey. Okay, I think we've reached that point, so I'm just going to turn off my heat. I am going to add my quarter cup of lemon juice. This is very easy. And then I'm going to add my 1 cup of strawberries. And we just are to stir that so that it's nice and blended. And then we are just going to cover it and allow this to sit and stand at room temperature. And it needs to reach room temperature before you serve it. And I'll show you what that looks like. And I just put mine over the individual slices instead of over the whole pie. If I was like serving a group of people, I would have put it on the pie. But it's just us here, so I'm just going to do it this way. And there you have it. A very nice, without the sugar, strawberry syrup. Anyways, I'll talk to you in just a little bit. Well, my bananas are ripe now, where I am going to start slicing them up and putting them into the dehydrator so that I can have some wonderful banana chips. So that's what I am going to do today. So my 2 big bunches of bananas was able to fill up 5 whole trays. And actually this is the first time that I am doing bananas. But I am just going by what this book says, the Dehydrator Cookbook. And this book says that you should use the lemon juice or the absorbic acid and spray it on them, and that this needs to be set at 125 degrees, and it will need to dehydrate for about 10 hours. That they should be brittle and feel dry to the touch and snap in half easily. So I'll show you what these are like when they're all cooked. I wanted to take a moment and show you my banana They are dehydrating well, but it has taken longer than 10 hours. These are definitely just about dry, but as you can see, they still are soft. So I am going to leave these on, and I'll be keeping an eye on them through the night because they've been on for like 11 hours and it's already 10 o'clock at night. So I will just be going to bed, and I'll get up maybe about 1 or 2 in the morning and see how they're doing, and I will let you know how they turn out. But you know what? I'm eating one right now and they're really good. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you in just a little while. For today's devotion, we will be reading from Galatians chapter 5, verse 5. And I am going to be reading from the Amplified Version. For we, not relying on the law, but through the strength and power of the Holy Spirit, by faith, are waiting confidently for the hope of righteousness, the completion of our salvation. Waiting is hard, and I am sure that all of us have experienced the frustrations of waiting. However, when we're experiencing trials, or when we need guidance in our lives, or when we need answers to prayer and there's only silence, it helps to understand that sometimes the Lord will allow us to wait in order to position us where we are able to experience more of His love and grace in our lives. In fact, waiting can be an opportunity to see God work in ways we could not see otherwise. So here are 3 points that we should consider when we are waiting on God. The first one, waiting reveals who is in control. You know, hindsight is always 20/20, but God exists outside the boundaries of time. He is all-seeing and all-knowing, unlimited by time and space. We need to recognize that He is not limited to our seeing and our understanding. While we wait, we are invited to trust in the one who sees what we cannot. 2, waiting restores strength. When all other options fail, waiting positions us to see that it was never about our strength in the first place. Only when we get to the end of ourselves that we can begin to trust in the power of God. Waiting invites us to see that God is far greater than any strength we could ever muster up on our own. Waiting helps to see that God is still at work, revealing His love and grace, especially when we need it the most. And 3, waiting is a gift of God's grace. God provides opportunities to wait in order for us to see that His way is actually the best way. He uses the wait to grow our faith as we acknowledge our need for Him and learn to trust Him. While it's not easy, God uses waiting to demonstrate His love and grace. The secret to waiting is understanding that God never wastes our waiting. He uses it to do a work in our lives so that He can do a work through our lives. And with that, I want to remind you, life happens. Let's enjoy it. So, what are you waiting for? Whatever it is, don't waste it. Ask God to show you what to do in your life and in the lives of others while you wait. God bless, and I will talk to you tomorrow.